Okay, come. Let's ask the question. I think I'm expecting someone called Sarah. Okay, Sarah Ng, are you here? Okay, Sarah, can you unmute yourself, Sarah?
Yes.
Hi, Sarah. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, thanks for contacting Komala.
Yes.
Right, and I heard that you got type 1 diabetes.
Yes.
I see. Okay, so basically, Sarah sent a very kindful, very helpful message to Komala, and then just to correct some of the things that. So Sarah saying that type 2 is more for genetic, and type 1 is the autoimmune disease. So yeah,
Yeah, correct.
correct. Okay, so in general, type 1 is an autoimmune disease. That statement is correct. It's just that this form of autoimmune disease, it can be also be inherited. So they mean both can be right at the same time. That means the type 1 can be the autoimmune disease, but this autoimmune disease can be inherited also. This is why they call it juvenile diabetes. Means that the people are still very young, even less than 7 to 8 years old, but they got diabetes. So this diabetes in a very young body, it can be inherited for the parents.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I know of some cases,
yeah.
the parents are okay, the
Right,
brother is okay, but
right.
the daughter itself is the one who having the problem. So I
Yeah.
mean, unless it's like many generations before, and then old times they don't know, about diabetes and so on. But everybody seems to say that, oh, nothing to do in the family, not hereditary,
Oh, okay. Actually, most of the time that people will say type 1 is more for genetic actually. Type 2 in comparison is more for acquire. Of course, some type 1 diabetes, right, there was contributed by prolonged period of type 2 diabetes. Okay, anyway, for those who can't differentiate type 1 and type 2, type 2 means that your body can produce insulin, but somehow the insulin is not functioning. So your blood sugar is still high. So type 1 diabetes means your body can't even produce insulin already, and this is called type 1 diabetes. So if you Google search or clinical studies, even ask the doctor will say type 1 is an autoimmune disease. And this autoimmune disease can be contributed by two factors. One factor is your type 2 diabetes has been so serious that the pancreas already give up producing insulin already. Then this was more for you acquire the type 1 diabetes from type 2. But the other one is more juvenile diabetes where you get the gene from someone else. Of course, when it come to genetic inheritance, right, sometimes it's cross-generation, sometimes even it's a very recessive gene then become dominant in one of the siblings. So this one is not necessary my parents have means I don't have, or my parents don't have means I don't have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, just the information.
yeah,
Some people may also get type 1 diabetes when they actually have pancreas as cancer,
yeah.
and then the doctor remove it because of the risk of the
You
cancer
are right.
spreading.
You
So
are
they
right.
also become type 1 because they now
You
have
are right.
no
Correct.
more pancreas. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So
Correct.
type 1 can be acquired by all these kind of surgical or type 2 diabetes. But I have interest about you, Sarah, because from the way you think, the way you say, you don't look like type 1 diabetes. Normally type 1 diabetes is a little bit kelang kabut already. So
What does that mean? Sorry.
kelang kabut means because type 1 diabetes means you always feel lethargic, you have less energy, but it seems to me that you are quite energetic and then you really are interested and curious to explore all these health topics.
Yeah lah, in a sense lah.
Yeah,
Because I say I got it my type 1 when I was in my 40s. So
yeah,
everybody will assume that I'm type 2. But then
right,
they try to put me on medicine and so on, it doesn't work at all. Then
right,
I had to go to a specialist and the specialist actually say no, immediately insulin, tomorrow you
right,
come back and we check. Then tomorrow
right,
come back, confirm you're type 1.
right.
So
Yeah,
then from the time on is always insulin.
I see, I see. So,
Mm,
how old you are right now?
62.
Wow, so about 22 years of insulin injection and type 1 diabetes already lah.
No, about 17 or 18 years.
17, 18 years. Okay, okay. And how long have you been using LifeWave?
Only 2 months. Now I'm in my third month.
Fantastic. So these 2 months, how do you feel with the patches?
For me, not much of a
Yeah.
influence, changes. Because
Right.
as you say, I'm also a vegetarian for 30 years or so.
I
So as you say,
see.
that time you were saying that whatever is your age, you times 10, right? Oh,
Yeah.
no, times 10. So I
Divide
need
by 10.
6 months. So I
Yeah.
need 6 months. Then
Right.
after that, you were saying somewhere that vegetarian times 2. So that means I need 12 months. So now I'm waiting lah. See what
Right,
happens lah.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we will based on these 2 months first, see whether we
Uh,
can find something. Because normally for type 1 diabetics, right? Diabetic, right? Somehow your body couldn't really process sugar. You need the insulin, but we always see some improvement. Okay, maybe I put it this way: we have seen people type 1 diabetes, their blood sugar never come down, even they have been injected with insulin for 10, 20 years. But after putting the patch for quite a prolonged period, right? It's the first time in their life they really see that their sugar drops down. So for me, I think that there is a way to reverse, although the doctor say cannot. So we will just based on the symptom by symptom first, okay? So
okay.
the first question, how do you find your sleep? Do you find that you can have a deep sleep much easy? You wake up less often in the middle of the night?
Not really.
It's the same,
Because
huh?
yeah, same. Maybe even worse. Every half an hour, 1 hour, I'll go to toilet all the time.
I see.
Somehow, yeah, because anyway, my body, I have become very sensitive
Right,
to salt and sugar, salt level. Yeah, so if I take something saltish,
right,
I will take a lot of water to clear it. Therefore, my system is like pretty sensitive to
right,
know what must be purged from my body. You know,
right, right,
so normally that's the case lah. But
right.
of
So they
course,
mean, yeah,
I'm okay. I can always sleep one
right,
after no most of the time. Yeah.
right. So they means after putting the pad, you feel that you wake up even more often at night.
Yeah.
Okay,
Probably yes.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
How do you find your energy level in the daytime? Let's say, for example, last time you always need to take a nap and then you need to take a 1, 2 hours nap. But now, even though you still take nap, maybe the duration reduced or maybe the need the urge to take a nap is reduced. This kind of changes?
Not really.
Okay.
I think the energy is a bit better lah, but
Energy a little bit better,
still
okay.
little bit lah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, a little bit. Okay, okay. That is a very good sign already. So now energy a little bit better. How do you find your appetite? Do you find that you get hungry more easily? Like you got less
Mm.
bloating, less acid reflux and things like this?
Not very sure.
Not
Yeah.
very sure.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, I don't know whether I even put on weight. I'm not sure lah. Only next week I'll be going to the see the doctor, go for my flu blood test. Then about 1, 2 weeks later, see the doctor because the doctor always like give you appointments 4, 5 months advance, ma.
I
So
see.
end of the month or so, I'll be seeing the doctor for my regular checkup lah and see what
I
happens.
see. I see. Okay, okay. So normally when people using the patch, right, we will say you can go to check out maybe 6 months later because if you go for 3 months, right, maybe the body is still fixing. The indicator get up and down. I just
Yeah.
let you know when you read the report if the level ups and down, right, but you feel good. It might be because now it's in the middle of renovation, so it's a little bit
Yeah.
haywire. Okay,
Correct.
so in terms of digestion, is no changes. Your appetite. Do you feel more hungry, more
Not
easily?
really. Not really.
Not really. Okay, okay.
Because I'm also been like I'm actually using what we call insulin pump,
Yeah.
which is actually like put on my body 24 hours. So
Right.
it's like
Oh,
I think I'm okay. I've been like quite very a bit more disciplined in
right.
controlling my diet and
Diet.
everything. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. How do you find your bowel movement? Do you find that your bowel movement get better? Let's say, for example, last time it's very loose, or last time got constipation. Now the shape is more formed. Now maybe easier to
Not
poop.
really. It's always a plus and minus lah.
Okay, it's the
Still,
same.
but okay lah. Not too bad lah.
Okay, so it's the same lah, huh? Okay,
Yeah,
it's okay.
correct.
How do you find your hair? Do you find that your hair it drop less or is growing darker, growing faster?
Not really. I
Okay.
think, but I feel but as I say, I'm not sure. I
Yeah, it's
feel that
okay.
it's probably a little bit thicker lah.
A little bit thicker.
Probably
Okay.
seems
Okay,
to
good.
be lah. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay. If you find that the hair grow a little bit thicker, right? That is the kidney is getting better. I suspect, right? Your type 1 diabetes, you're diagnosed at the 40 over years old, can
Yeah.
be caused by a adrenaline fatigue. So
What is that?
adrenaline fatigue means okay, most of the time adrenaline fatigue happen where people go through a very stressful moments that they are running on the adrenaline too much, okay, and then it bring them to the next stage, which is the type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
Okay, so those
Mm.
of the people that if type 1 diabetes because of adrenaline fatigue, which is the kidney from TCM point of view, right? You see your kidney getting better, your hair will going
Okay.
thicker and darker. Okay, now we go to the next
Okay.
one. How do you find your nail? Do you find your nail is look better right now and is more harder when you cut your nail and then you grow faster?
No difference.
No difference, okay. But all the while is your nail very like very what do you call easily chip off?
Yeah, correct.
Easily
So
chip off,
now seems a little bit lah, probably a little bit
a
better,
little bit,
little bit lah,
you
probably
know,
lah. But it's still soft lah.
fantastic. Okay,
It's still soft lah.
definitely. It's going to take some time, but now I just want to let you know that where are this a little bit improvement, so that every day you can look at that and take it as a little bit of encouragement to you. So your nail go a little bit harder. This means that your liver getting better.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah. And how do you have low blood pressure or anemic before?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
So
I'm actually on high blood pressure pills and
I see.
I'm also on cholesterol pills. Yeah.
I
So as you
see. I
say,
see.
my symptoms seems to be those, typical three highs,
Right.
like
Right.
type 2 kind of diabetes. But mine is a very funny lot, become type 1. Yeah. So
Understand. So
yeah.
maybe you can think about this. By the time you was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, right? Was a time that you really like maybe so stressful, forgotten to eat, and then you over exert yourself, because this was one of the common reason that I see personally see that
Mhm.
some people perfectly normal in short period of time they can go to type 1 diabetes because people pancreas has been operating so well, right? If very pretty quickly in that few months can go to type 1 means completely dysfunction of pancreas, a beta insulin cell, right? Is because of over exhaustion of the energy. Okay. Do you find that your body feel warmer?
Now seems to be better. Yeah, seems to be warmer, but still, um, yeah, seems to be better because actually why I started on the live wave
Right.
about 2 months ago was because
Yeah.
I went to India
Right.
in end November, December, and
Yeah.
it was cold. I actually prepared myself,
Right.
but I went to stay for 2 weeks instead of first week, one
Yeah.
week only. One
Right.
week I was okay. Second week, all my cough, everything start coming.
I
And then
see.
subsequently, I take all sort of medicine and so it didn't work. So when my
Yeah.
friend introduced to me, so about like 2 weeks or so, my cough actually gets better. I'm not coughing, but I just feel a little bit irritating throat now and then. So in a
Right.
sense, life will help me with my throat problem.
Right. And then now
Yeah.
you feel that after these 2 months, you feel that your body is more stable, not like sometimes feel cold, sometimes feel hot. It's more stable. Your body feel have a certain warmth from inside out, right?
I'm not sure whether it's really from the inside out or is it because the weather is very hot.
It's okay. So don't worry. Sometimes even you go to the colder weather, you will start to feel this is the actual reason. Why I ask you this, even you don't have low blood pressure, for people who have been taking vegetarian for a very long time, because compared to the meat eaters, right? In general, vegetarian is a little bit more cooling, so that when you take the patches, right, your body will feel slightly warmer. So I think
Mm.
this past 2 months, right, even though you have been maybe 18 years of insulin and type 1 diabetes, right, your nail growing harder, your liver getting better, your hair seems like growing thicker, it means the kidney getting better, you're a little bit more energy, your body feel a little bit warmer. This just to tell you that our body has a way to fix everything. If your body is born okay until 40 years old, that means that this problem is something that you acquire from the lifestyle and the stem cell is able to repay it back. I hope this miracle happen to you as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you,
Yeah.
Sarah. Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
thank you,
Bye
thank you. Bye
bye.
bye.
Thanks.
Guys, you know why? Because type 1 diabetes no joke, because you have to inject the insulin. Sometimes you inject too much also wrong. You don't inject, sometimes you forgot also cannot. Some people can just faint just like this if they put too much of insulin. They means they have to calculate the food that I eat and the insulin that I take. Sometimes you think that you eat a lot, so you insulin inject a lot, but actually you don't eat too much. You can get Even some people even go to hospital just like this, go ICU because the blood sugar is too low already. So anyway, but you guys, you see, even for type 1 diabetes, right? If you know how to ask, everyone with the patches, they all see result. Type 1 diabetes, almost 20 years, energy get better, the hair grow thicker, the nail go harder. Although she said a little bit, but it is still improvement, right? And body get warmer. Do you think that it itself is a very, very hopeful statement for someone who are being told that this can be genetic or this cannot be cured? Do you think that this statement is actually quite hopeful? If yes, you're type 2 to 3. For type 1 diabetes, I have all these series of changes already. Amazing, huh?